What's going on, traders? This is your boy Adrian, and I'm back with another video. And in this video, we're going to do a little reaction video to Q Banks. It's called Q-Tip Fridays, New Year's Prep. Now, I haven't seen this video yet, and I remember Q, every Friday at one point, he would drop Q-tips where he would kind of give you advice on trading, lifestyle, investing, things of that nature on Instagram. And he dropped this on YouTube. So this was actually, when was this dated? This is back in December. So I'm like way behind. It is still obviously relevant, you know, because it's the prep for the new year. We're still in the first month of the year. So we're gonna do that. But in any case, let's check out this video and see what it's all about. But first, I want you to smash the like button. You didn't smash it yet? Just playing. Click subscribe, only if you want to, of course, and leave your boy a comment down below. Let him know how he's doing, all right? Without any further ado, let's jump into this thing, man. All right, so Q-Tip Fridays. Let's check this out.
Everybody, this is your boy Quillin Black, aka Q Banks, and this right here is a New Year's prep video. And for those who don't know me, I'm a full-time trader. I'm the owner of a platform called Wall Street Academy, which is an educational platform which educates people on my methodology in the Forex market. I'm also the CEO of a company called Top Tier Trader, which funds people that want to invest in the trading space that don't have the capital. So, best of both worlds. And in this video, I'm going to be going over tips to help you start the year off right and help you build that momentum at the top of the year and then carry that same momentum out to the end of the year. So now, let's get started. First,
before he actually starts, I think it's pretty cool how he's just taking, you know, a couple minutes out of his schedule to, you know, just kind of share with the trading community, you know, just tips and tricks here and there, if you will, as to how to build that momentum and sustain it. Obviously, it'll be things that he's done or currently doing, right? So should be pretty interesting.
things first, we gotta always protect our energy when it comes to this industry, I feel, you know, and even like knowing that we're going into a brand new year, you always want to make sure that your energy is being maintained throughout the entire year. So since we're on social media every single day, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, that kind of thing, always come across just random people that just go on your page, go off your page, that kind of stuff. I see like what you got going on and whatnot. They might say something that's out of line that kind of has a possibility of throwing you off. So we gotta use that block button a bit more. You know what I'm saying? It's one click away before and that person can just disappear. Because remember, it's your social media. Treat it as such. They don't have to be able to go on your page if you don't want them to. One click, all of a sudden, you're making sure that your peace of mind is being upkept and not disturbed by anybody that could throw you off from what they say, what they do, anything to pretty much feel like they're trying to attack you. You know what I'm saying? So let's try to actually just implement that more in our everyday thing on social media. If you don't like how a person is coming at you, block, move on. All right, so when it comes to making money, I feel like...
Yeah, I totally agree with that, especially when it comes to protecting your peace, protecting your energy. It's almost having that same thought process as would you allow any and everyone to come into your place of residence, wherever you live, and dump, you know, garbage in your bedroom, living room, wherever the case may be, right? It's kind of the same concept. So I definitely agree. I mean, block those negative energy so that way they can't seep into you and start to diminish the positive energy that you have within yourself, right? So definitely protect your peace. Super important. Love that.
Like a very important thing that you have to learn is you gotta be able to spend money also. Having to make money just to save and have it sit there and not even do anything, I feel like it's kind of boring. Like you're not really like using the reason as why you're making money. You gotta actually start to actually be open to spending money to start meeting new people, spending money to get a new apartment that might have people that are at a different caliber in that apartment. That's a network. If you get a brand new car, and I always say like, no one that drives a Honda at a gas station is ever gonna ask them what they do for a living. No.
Yo, I drive a Honda. No one asked me what I do, so he's speaking facts. Everyone's always intrigued with the person who drives the Porsche or the Lambo, the Ferrari. Basically, those vehicles that are somewhat out of reach to the regular person. But no, man, I get what he's saying. You know, make your money, spend it, enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? But obviously within reason. Like, I mean, let's say you just made 10 grand in 1 week. Don't go blow that 10 grand on a new bust down watch or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, be wise when you spend, right?
No one cares at that point. A person pull up in a brand new Lamborghini, people are gonna wonder, what does that person do for a living? That's caused from that person spending money on that car to then attract more people to pretty much understand like, yo, I'm not at the same level in life. I'm leveling up. You know what I'm saying? So that alone helps create a brand new network now that you could actually benefit from. Benefiting from that brand new network means that now you have new business opportunities, which makes you a bit more money. You have probably a new friend. You're benefiting from actually connecting with that person in some kind of way. So from that point, you got to just be open with spending money. So then on the back end, you're getting better at every single thing that you have going on. It could be your network, your business, all these things based off of you just interacting with people, but also being able to interact with those people, which means that you're spending money like how they're spending money to now be around them or areas where they are to then benefit. All right, so every single year, everyone has that.
I love that mindset in terms of spending money, which will somewhat open up a new network of people. I mean, it's true. The person who's making 30,000 is not going to be hanging around the person who's making 500,000. It's a different type of group, to be perfectly honest with you, right? You'll have different conversations. Someone who's 30,000 may be talking about living paycheck to paycheck, whereas someone who's making 500K a year, they're talking about, hey, let's take a trip to such and such country. Let's rent this yacht. Let's buy this next vehicle. Let's buy this next house. Let's do this. Let's do that. So it's a different type of mentality when we look at, certain income earners at certain tax brackets, right?
That 1 month that's just sloppy and lazy, like they don't really have much going on. Listen, every single month matters. All right, so we got to try to go into each and every month with an intent, which means that we have a goal in mind. We have these subcategories, which is the small stuff that we have to hit each and every week. And as long as we're tracking it, we could actually check off that overall goal. So let's just try to focus on being a bit more organized as we're going into each and every month with intent, knowing that we are making progress based off of these subcategories. All right, so everyone here has heard about the...
Yeah, I like that. To move into each month with intent. I mean, every day should be with intent. Like what is your intention for today, for tomorrow, for the next month, right? You should definitely be moving with intent to, get closer to your goals, right? So I definitely agree with that.
The 90-day rule, all right? Which means that if you're getting a brand new job, you're on probation for 90 days. They say 90 days creates a brand new habit. So treat the first 9 days with respect. So each and every day, you're going into that day with intent, which means that by the time you hit that 90-day mark, you have so much momentum built up. It could bring you over to that next 90 days, that next 90 days, that next 90 days to a brand new year. All right, so.
Man, this man is smart, yo. So damn true. Whenever we get a new job, we are on a 90-day probation. 90-day probation, 3-month probation. Why not treat the same thing when it comes to starting that new year, right? Treat it the same way. Give yourself 90 days, right? And work diligently, work smart, work hard, work furiously, work expeditiously in those 90 days. And carry that momentum into the next 90 days, into the next 90 days, into the next 90 days, right? So I love that.
Top of the year, all my traders out there, you have to pretty much get used to paying yourself, actually benefiting from the profits that you're making in the markets, right? Because remember, like a common thing that people do is try to please everybody that's online, like Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, whatever. So they would make profit just to post, say, yo, look, I'm trading, or look, I'm making profit. But understanding that like they're not withdrawing at the end of the day. So is that really benefiting you as a trader? So try to actually come to a point that you could then fully benefit from how you're making money on the charts, which means as you're making money, pay yourself, invest into a new craft, buy a new car, buy something that could actually level you up in some kind of way. You can't be trading the entire time just to build an account, just to show off on Instagram and Facebook, all right? So just learn how to pretty much come to a point that you're actually benefiting from the money that you're making on the markets, then actually see growth in your overall lifestyle and progress what your overall goal is. Okay, we can't.
I agree. You spend however long, studying the charts, perfecting the charts, mastering the charts, and then you start trading and you get your withdrawal. I mean, firstly, some people want to post their big profits, whatever the case may be. But I think the biggest flex with trading is to withdraw. You don't have to post it for the whole world to see, but to have your first withdrawal, it's almost that tangible confirmation to let you know, hey, this thing actually works, and it's a great feeling. So definitely to withdraw funds that you make with trading is top tier. See what I did there?
Keep on going into a brand new year, taking advice from people that don't have a lifestyle that you're trying to live. So try to make it a priority to follow people on social media that actually is going to benefit what you have going on mentally, financially, something. Like don't follow all these bullshit pages that can't benefit you in any kind of way. So try to actually bring yourself in an environment that is going to allow you to grow. And I always say it's kind of like trying to plant a flower in sand. The environment can't let that plant grow. Now, putting that flower into a pot of soil, all of a sudden you're seeing growth. You have that same power. So follow people, be around people, surround yourself with people that is going to allow you to also grow as a person as well, knowing that it's giving you good energy and also positive reinforcement to grow as a person.
Yeah, he's speaking gems. He's speaking gems, or dropping gems and speaking facts. That is so true, so real. That's actually one thing that I myself started to do. I started to unfollow a lot of the garbage accounts that I used to follow, and started to follow more so traders that I look up to, and also pages that have like a lot of motivational quotes. Just as he mentioned, when you plant a flower in sand, it's not going to grow, it's not going to cultivate, but when you plant it in soil, that thing's going to blossom. So, assuming that you water it, you give it all the sunshine it needs, all the plant food it needs, it's definitely going to grow. So it's kind of the same thing, you know what I mean? You want to feed your brain the right type of information, so that way you can continue to evolve, continue to grow, right? So I love that.
All right, so I have a thing called the 1, 2, 3 theory, right? I just made it up, but it makes sense, all right? So it goes by the list of what you consider as a priority. Like my number 1 is trading, all right? Like my number 2 is the other business and other ventures that I'm a part of. Number 3, family, okay? So my 1, 2, and 3 is making my life better each and every day, right? Which means that's what's making me money. That's what's making me build a network. That's what's making me make overall progress in every single category that I'm working with. So ask yourself, what is your number 1? What is your number 2? What is your number 3? Like, can all those coincide to the point that it's making progress in your overall life? Like, you can't have your 1, 2, and 3 not coincide, because it's not going to actually allow you to grow as a person. So for example, I used to always do a lot of other tasks that I'm surrounded by, because the people that I'm surrounded by, those small tasks are their number 1. To me, those small tasks was my number 6s and 7s, but I was trying to actually give some kind of effort to actually learn those things, but I was never going to learn like how I think I could, because it was never my number 1 or 2 or 3, all right? I used to do photography. It was like my number 6, but I could never give it enough time to become a photographer, because I wanted to, but at the same time, like my number 1s are so important that I'm not going to stop it. So then I came across 954 MM. From that point, I noticed that his number 1 is what my number 6 was, which now means that value can be added to what I have going on. So always try to understand that your first 1, 2, and 3 is going to make you progress in overall life. Everything else, you could find people that is their number 1s, then you could actually come together with them to then make overall value. Okay, so
Yeah, that's true. 100%. That's definitely true. I mean, 1, 2s, and 3s is something that you are passionate about, but for someone else, or even for you, it could be on the lower spectrum of their list, right? So you definitely have to figure out what your 1, 2, and 3 is, and always keep it in the forefront. Focus on that, For instance, for me, at one point in time, my number 1 was going to the gym, right? That was my number 1. Whereas one of my buddies, their number 1 was simply, going to the club. So like, it didn't really coincide, you know what I'm saying? Going to the gym for him was maybe number 6 or 7, right? So we never really we never really got together to go to the gym or anything of that nature. Maybe on the weekends, every so often we would go to the club, because clubbing for me was on my list, but it wasn't high up as his, but I met him there, and he would sometimes meet me at the gym. So definitely being able to have that 1, 2, 3 and prioritizing that 1, 2, 3 is super important.
Right now it's the mid-December, okay? Which means
right now it's end of January.
Top of the year, New Year's resolution, blah, 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 like new man, like they wake up that morning of January 1st and they're a brand new person. That's what people want it to actually be like. But in reality, you're gonna start the year.
Before he says anything on this right here, new year, new me, I was never that dude, man. To me, that's just BS. It's a waste of time, right? Because you wake up new year, new me without doing the necessary work internally to really become the new you. You'll fall back into the same patterns, the same routines, same everything that you've been doing prior to the new year, new me, right? So I think with regards to the new year, new me, you really and truly have to work on yourself internally prior to becoming that new you, prior to the new year resolution and all of that. Every day, every new day that we experience should be a new year for you, should be that fresh start that's needed for you. But hey, I digress. I'll let Q do his thing.
Without any momentum, you have to build the momentum at that point, right? Versus prepping from now, as far as start getting into those brand new habits now. So when it comes to January 1st, the momentum has already started. So you're not trying to find the momentum is already there, which means that you're already one step ahead. So now that's gonna make it a lot easier to now roll into those first 90 days to then carry on over. So everything starts with right now. How are you gonna make progress without any kind of true momentum? Practice it now. Practice these small habits, because at the end of the day, you want January 1st to feel like you have the possibility to change your entire life. So as entrepreneurs, we're people that want to keep on learning, which means that we want to always invest in education. As entrepreneurs, we take pride in investing in our education, which means that if we don't know something, we're going to find a person that knows that thing that we're trying to learn, right? It's called mentorship. We could invest in a person that has a lot more experience, has a lot more results, overall has a lot more knowledge from what we currently have. It's like, why go through those long nights of crime because you lost a ton of money, right? Or trying to find all this unorganized information on YouTube when you could actually go to a class that is organized, go to a course that is organized, or even if a person is offering a one-on-one in person or an in-person class, why not fly out to a person that has the experience,
Yo, I totally agree with what he's saying in terms of, investing in education, getting that mentorship, especially when you're first starting out. As you mentioned, there's so much information out there on YouTube, but it's so unorganized that you don't know where to start. So definitely investing into a course, a mentorship, a community, whatever the case may be, to really and truly, get the knowledge necessary to take your trading game to the next level, rather than trying to figure it out on your own. My mindset is I want to collapse time frame, so let me find someone who's going to help me get to the next stage, right? Let me find someone who's already where I want to be at. You know what I'm saying? Let me find that person, right? But even once I find that person, let me continue to learn until I get to the position where I'm making the 6 figures a day. I'm going to continue to learn and continue to develop my skill, until I feel as if, hey, I've made my 6 figures a day consistently, right? Now let me start my mentorship. Let me give back, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? That's just my mentality, right?
The knowledge has everything that you're looking for in that field that you're focused on, right? So don't be a person that's egotistical. Invest the knowledge and take full advantage of what this industry has to offer. Okay, so for all my traders, we want to make sure that we start the year off with a brand new account. Why? Because I feel like it makes it a lot more organized going through month to month, knowing that you're trying to actually make that one account stretch as long as possible. So think about it. If a person deposits $500 in a trading account, right? That one account, if you do good on that account month to month to month, you never ever have to deposit again. Why? Because you're seeing gains in that account versus being that person that wants to be super aggressive on that account and then taking unnecessary hits to the point that you can't even trade anymore because the account balance is so low. So learn how to be a bit more disciplined with making those gains on your account and also minimizing those losses as well, so you can actually trade another day. So throughout your entire year, make sure that you guys are having growth. I'm not talking about growth in just the account. I'm talking about growth in also your lot size as well. So as you're making gains in your account and growing your equity, make sure that you're open to taking more withdrawals out, all right? But also, as you're growing your account, try to up that lot size. That's the only way how you're gonna grow in this industry. If a person is having the same lot size from January and same lot size all the way in November, did they really grow? So think about that. So be that person that is not scared to up that lot size a little bit to see like what's possible, because as you're gaining knowledge and skill and precision, that's going to give you the opportunity now to up that lot size and now see a different side of trading that you never experienced before. We're big on business. We all know that. We do a lot of business, a lot of trading. Everything's all about money and that kind of thing. But remember, we got to kind of like step away from all that money and business at times and understand that we're still people. We still got to have a social life. We still got to have fun. So make sure as you're going about your entire year, it's not all about the money. It's not all about the business. It's not all about just, the thing that you see on Instagram. Learn how to pretty much have a social life and have that fun side of you as well. Get out the house, have that fun, travel. Everything that you're doing online, make it count. Don't make the money just to sit at home the entire time. Take some time out, hang out with your friends, hang out with your family, have a new hobby,
Yeah, I agree 100%, and even going back to what he was saying about the lot sizes, you definitely want to level up your lot size year after year. You don't want to stay stagnant. You want to continue to grow. And what he's saying here about work hard, play hard, man, definitely. I mean, at first, when you first start, learning this game, you're going to spend hours upon end on the charts and just trying to figure out what works best for you. If you want to be a scalper, swing, intraday, whatever the case may be, and what type of strategy you want to go with, right? So once you do get to the point where you have that full comprehension and you know the foundation, and you're being more consistent with trading, you're being profitable, definitely take a break here and there and just go live life. Withdraw your profits, go live life, enjoy it, make the best of it. You know what I'm saying? That's super important. You know what I mean? Go wherever, go travel the world, go buy a new couch, shoot, go buy a box of cereal, just go do something.
Do something that could keep you in that creative space so your mind can keep on growing. So the biggest thing that I mentioned to every single person that's trying to be an entrepreneur is understand where you are in your journey, all right? The person that has been inside the journey for 6, 7.
Yeah, man. Don't rush the process. Do not rush the process. Rome was not built in a day. You know what I'm saying? Rome was not built in a day. Come on now, go to church on y'all. You know what I'm saying? I keep saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stop that, but don't rush the process, okay? Take your time with this, all right? This may take you a year, it may take you 2, it may take you 3. Heck, it might take you 5, 6, 7 years before you finally see that breakthrough that you need to see in order to say, yo, this thing works. I'm good at this, Trust the process.
7, 8 years, you can't try to compete with them, right? It doesn't make sense. You're gonna run yourself thin very, very quickly. So as you're going throughout your journey, make sure that you stay in your lane, because at the same time, like, your journey is very, very different from somebody else's, and you never want to step too much ahead to the point that you can't control it anymore. So understand where you are, embrace it, have fun with it, and then when the time is right, you will go to that next level. So that's a New Year's prep. So when you rewatch this video, you're holding yourself accountable to all these goals and aspirations that you set for yourself to make sure that you could have a successful year next year. Let's get it.
I love it, man. Like, in the video, all he was doing simply was dropping gems, right? Dropping facts, just speaking facts. He was speaking that truth, speaking that life. I loved it. Everything that he said about having that, 1, 2, 3 in terms of prioritizing what you need to prioritize, working hard and playing hard, right? Enjoying life, you know what I'm saying? Getting the mentorship necessary to take you to the next level, right? Everything that he was saying was just strictly facts. Q, like I said, every Friday he would drop, the Q tips. And this was, a really, really, really good Q tip to kind of, get you to start the year off. I mean, we're already a month into the new year, but it doesn't mean that you can't start tomorrow, right? Or start today, I should say, right? And obviously, the best times to start something new is always now, right? Can you see that? Let me see that. Is always now. I hope it comes off clear. And the best time to start something is always now, right? Anyways, that's all I got for this video. If you stayed this long with your boy, smash the like button and subscribe, only if you want to, of course, and leave your boy a comment down below. Listen, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks so much for tuning in. As I always say, speak truth and speak life. Your boy is out.